Join me today as we get inspired for all things fall. Hey, it's Becca. Welcome to my channel. All right, friends, we're going to get right into it, starting in one of my favorite aisles, the aisle of picks. Lots and lots to choose from this year. As you can see, they have just about every color you can imagine, starting off with your whites and more neutrals, and then working your way into lots of fall colors. Now I thought I'd show you just a few of my many favorites, starting with the more neutral choices. I love the little corn husks and the neutral pumpkin and leaves. These are really pretty. I like the added green. I have several of these, and I may have bought a few more this trip as well. And I love the singular pumpkins, whether they're the white or the cream or lots of color. Love the added leaves with this one. And speaking of leaves, I really like that they sell just picks with only leaves. Here you have the eucalyptus, and I really liked this color as well. One thing I love about picks is the possibilities are endless, whether you want to add them to garland, a wreath, a floral arrangement, a basket, tuck them in your decorative pieces up on your open shelves, and the price point is always spot on. Speaking of which, these all range from about $1.99 up to $6.99. However, everything fall is 40% off. And just look how cute some of them are in this adorable bud vase. It's also 40% off. You can place these on your coffee table, mantle, bookcase. The possibilities are endless, and I love its simplicity. Now let's take a look at the wreaths. As you can see, they have quite a selection. And here are a few of my favorites. I love the muted tones of this one with the magnolia leaves. And then you have the vibrant fall colors with this one with the added pine cones and berries. This one was really pretty. I love that muted mustardy yellow, and the branches are really bendable. And then you have your classic leaf wreath. While I love this, you could add a few of the pumpkins that I just showed you, whether you added just the orange or then, weaved in a few of the cream for a bit of contrast and added interest. Now they had smaller wreaths as well, including this one, which I have a few of these, absolutely love them. I really like this one. I have not seen this one before. And again, with the muted tones, I really like this one, and that it has a few different elements in it. And what I love about the smaller wreaths is how versatile they are. Whether you layer them in front of a mirror, you attach them to the back of a chair, you could place it around a candle, and while you can leave them just like this, you could even add in a few of the smaller pumpkins and gourds that I shared with you earlier. Moving on to the garlands, again, they have quite the selection. And here are a few of my favorites. I love the traditional fall colors of this garland, and it's very bendable. It would be beautiful on a mantle, or if you got a couple of them to place around your front door. This has, for many years, been one of my favorites. I have a couple of them, one of which I cut up so that I could tuck it into baskets, add to shelves, and just add around the house. This is such a beautiful color. I may have to go back for this one. I love the classic look of the magnolia. This would be gorgeous on a dining room table. And here again is that mustardy bendable garland. It has the matching wreath that I shared with you earlier. Now, if you're going to place one of those wreaths on your front door or the garland on your fireplace, sometimes it's fun to add ribbon, whether it's a big bow or you're just tucking in a little bit here and there. I love grouping 3 ribbons together where you have a check, a solid, and a pattern like this one. Or you could add in this really pretty sunflower ribbon. I really like the whimsy of the one on the left. It reminds me a little bit of candy corn. Or if you want to add in some green, I like how it is separating the orange or rust check from the pumpkins. And one more option, you've got your basic burlap in the middle, but I love that the leaf ribbon and the plaid ribbon have that gold etched through them. Now let's look at some of the loose pumpkins that I love to use as fillers in a garland, wreath, etc. You've got your muted tones here, your more traditional colors here. I like that they added in the pine cones with this set. And you even have teeny ones that you could place in a hurricane and then add a candle. Any of these trays or containers would be a beautiful spot for your pumpkins, whether you like round like this one, or a slightly more oblong one like this one, or one that resembles a dough bowl. Moving on to mats, we all need one for our front door for the perfect fall welcome. I love layering, starting with the black and white check, whether you have ones with words or just a simple pumpkin. But back to the words, I love this one with the vibrant colors all set against that black backdrop. They also had rugs or mats in the shape of a pumpkin, whether you want to go for the more traditional fall color or the cream, either of which would layer beautifully. I like that they have the matching pillows as well at a really great price point. Here's another one of my favorite aisles just because of all of the items they have to choose from for your dining room or your kitchen. So many pretty runners to choose from. I really like the selection, the different color palettes and styles. And how adorable are these? Everybody needs a little set of these wooden spoons with the pumpkins or the leaves, or even if you're a big old football fan, they've got you covered. And I may or may not have bought a box of these. Now I know a lot of us really enjoy creating fall tablescape, even if we're not going to actually eat at the table. Let me just show you a few of the plates that they had that I really like. I bought some of these last year in 2 of the patterns, and I picked up a couple more this year. I really like the traditional fall colors of these plates. And here are just a few examples how I might group chargers and plates and bowls together. Their chargers are so reasonably priced, I think $2 or $3.99. But how fun is the green one paired with the brown plate, and how beautiful it is paired with the bird plate. And then let's say you don't want to add a traditional bowl on top of your plate. How fun would it be to add one of these ceramic pumpkins or little pie safes? And then incorporating these adorable pumpkin creamers or leaf plates. And then assuming you might want to add a fall coffee bar as well, they have lots of different coffee cups or mugs to choose from. Reasonably priced. Again, remember, you take 40% off of the ticketed price. I love the copper mules. Now, while they had really pretty artwork in the fall section, like this one, don't forget to look throughout the store because they had other pieces that would be beautiful for fall. Like this one. How pretty would this be in your kitchen? Or even this one. The only thing is, sometimes those aren't always on sale. Every other week, they're either 40, maybe 50% off. This would be beautiful above a mantle with those gold flecks. And you can never go wrong with fall landscape. I think this piece would be really pretty layered in front of a mirror. Okay, the final stop is another one of my favorite aisles, all of the florals. As you can see, they have lots and lots to choose from, no matter what your color palette is. And while it started to get busy as I was in this aisle, I couldn't show you all of my favorites. So here are just a few. Love the muted tones of these two. These stems lay so beautifully on your mantle. They drape perfectly. Love the traditional colors of these. And you can never go wrong with something like this. They were so big. As were these. Again, can you tell I'm loving these muted tones? Now, I've always really liked this style. They've had them for years. I think it's because they add great height. The branches are really bendable. You could style them by themselves, or look how pretty they are if you just mix in a few of the fern stems. I'd also probably mix in a third color, maybe something like this. I think that would contrast beautifully. Well, friends, that ends our little field trip to Hobby Lobby. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe picked up an idea or two along the way. It would mean the world to me if you would consider giving this video a thumbs up, maybe share it with a friend, or subscribe to my channel. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.